Wound healing process, it is done by primary intention, secondary intention and tertiary intention. So in primary intention it can be healed very easily because when it is clean incision, then only the primary intention healing process will be occurred. So here in clean incision, for example surgical incision, so in that we will do early suturing, so there will be a hairline scar formation will be present in primary intention. So primary intention healing, there will be a clean incision will be present. So when we are suturing that wound, there will be a linear scar formation will be present. Next one, secondary intention, healing by secondary intention. Here the wound will be in irregular in nature, for example lacerated wound, then pressure ulcers, traumatic injuries, all these are the irregular wounds. So the wound edges, it will not be adequate to place suturing. So firstly what we have to do is we have to wait for granulation process to occurs. So it's a delayed healing will be occurs in the secondary intention. So here the epithelium grows over the scar, so that's why the scar will be some more thick in secondary intention. So here there will be marked loss of tissue, so the granulation tissue formation is needed, and the wound edges need uh, late or more time in order to close the area. Next one, tertiary intention. In tertiary intention means here also there will be delayed wound closure. So the wound will be mostly it will be contaminated wound. Secondary intention also there may be chance for the contamination. In tertiary intention, here also there will be contamination of the wound. So that's why there will be a lot of debridement process is needed in tertiary intention healing process. So due to that there will be increased granulation and late suturing can be done, or otherwise we can be done with the flap repair or the other methods. So this tertiary intention healing example is a deep wound with the infection, diabetic wound, etc. So here there will be edema will be present, infection will be present, exudate formation will be present, and excessive scar also will be present in tertiary intention. So that is regarding the healing process by intention, primary intention, secondary intention and tertiary intention. Primary intention is a clean wound, secondary intention is an irregular wound, tertiary intention is a deep and infected wound. Stages of wound healing. The stages of wound healing, it is divided into first stage is hemostasis, second stage is inflammatory, third stage is proliferative, fourth stage is remodeling. So hemostasis means stasis of hemo. So here there will be coagulation. Inflammatory means there will be inflammatory response. So there will be destruction of bacteria and removal of debris. In proliferative means epithelialization. There will be a covering of the wound. Then remodeling or the maturation cycle. There will be the tissue gains its strength. So that is the four stages of wound healing: hemostasis, inflammatory, proliferative, remodeling. So in hemostasis, it occurs within the time of injury, within seconds, within 60 seconds. This process will be start, and there will be vasoconstriction occurs firstly. After that, the platelet will be aggregate in the side of the vessel wall, and after that a fibrin meshwork is formed. When the fibrin meshwork is formed, there will be the liquid form of blood transformed into a gel form, then coagulation appears. So that is the hemostasis. In inflammatory phase, it starts immediately after injury and lasts for 2 to 6 hours. Here there will be release of blood transudase, for example neutrophils, water, salt, proteins. All these uh, all these chemicals will be released in the inflammatory phase, so that leads to swelling, localized swelling in that area. And same way there will be increased capillary permeability, so blood flow to that site will be increased in order to assist phagocytosis. So, in this phase, the damaged cells, pathogens, all this will be destroyed. And here, the patient will have redness, swelling, pain. So, this is the inflammatory phase. In proliferative phase, there are three distinct phases that occurs in the proliferative phase. That is, first one, filling of the wound. So when there is an injury, that area should be filled with the epithelial cells, right? So the filling of the wound will be occurs. Then contraction of the wound margins or wound edges will be contract. Then after that, covering the wound. So covering the wound by epithelialization. So here it is the phase of rebuilding of new tissue made up of collagen and extracellular matrix. So here there will be rebuilding of the new tissue. So that's why there will be collagen will be there and extracellular matrix will be present. So here there will be formulation of granulation tissue that become pink to red moist tissue. And here there will be a migration of these epithelial cells. Then here there will be new blood vessels. These new blood vessels that will nourish the area with oxygen and nutrients. So that is the proliferation phase. Here there will be filling of the wound, contraction of wound margins and covering of the wound. Next stage is maturation phase. So in maturation phase, there will be remodeling stage. Here, strengthen and reorganization of collagen occurs. That is remodeling of the collagen. Here, the unnecessary cells that will be removed by apoptosis, that is programmed cell death. So unnecessary cells are the cells that is not required or extra cells that can be removed by apoptosis. Then scar thickness that will be reduced gradually. So maturation phase or remodeling phase, it may take months to years. Okay, so that is regarding the wound healing. So wound healing, it includes hemostasis, inflammatory phase, proliferative phase and remodeling phase. Thank you.